Hey, what's up, Record Shop fam? Welcome. This is our Record Shop 101 stream. Got my dog here with me, Freddie. He's gonna learn about Record Shop with us today too. What do you think? He's into it. This is Freddie. He's a German Shepherd. He's the sweetest dog. My best friend, huh? So we're gonna wait for everyone to join. But while we're waiting, I'll just talk a little bit about who I am and kind of what we're doing here today. So first off, let me get my stuff coming in. So while you're coming in, I would love to see you. So say hi in the chat. Chat this way. And would love to say hi and shout out. So come say hello. So my name is Redbird. My parents call me Lisa, but I first started with Record Shop actually as a community member. So I've been around since drop one. Totally fell in love with the project. Really loved this thought that we can change how artists are compensated, and that Record Shop seems like the perfect venue for this. So I was a user for, I guess, 3-ish months. I got really interested. Like, to be completely honest, I came in thinking I was going to make some quick flips, make some money. And to be fair, I'll show you my collection in a little bit. I'm doing fairly well, I would say, but definitely not like in the top shop realm of like crazy amazing flips. So I started to really spend a lot of time on the site, got really into my collectibles, really wanted to learn more about how I was able to, like, when it would be the right time to sell my collectibles for the most profit. And at that time, our site didn't have very good analytics. So I started a spreadsheet on Google Sheets, shared it with the community, and we were crowdsourcing updates on market, like the floor price, the lowest price of a collectible. And I was very blessed to have a fantastic crew of people who were helping me keep that updated. And that eventually, one day, I think in Discord, I just joked, like, lol, I should try to get a job at Record Shop. And then I was like, wait, I should actually try. So I messaged Obi. He got me hooked up with some other members of the team. And eventually I ended up on the community team. So that is my story and how I'm here with Record Shop. I would love to hear how you came to Record Shop. So let us know in the chat. And throughout this broadcast, this really isn't for me to just sit here and talk to myself out to the world by myself. So would love to hear your questions. Want to know what else do you want to explore about Record Shop while we're here. If you ask a question and I don't answer it, it's probably because I'm going to be answering it shortly. So I'll try to let you know when that happens. Sorry that my whole desk is shaking because the dog is scratching. It's a big boy. All right. So the last thing I want to say before we get started and I share my screen is I do always take feedback on these streams. So if you see something that you think I missed or that you think I should highlight more in the future, just hit me up on Discord. You can find me. My username is Redbird. I'm pretty easy to come across. So do not hesitate to reach out because I would love to hear your feedback. All right, let me get my screen shared here. So I'm going to take you through, first of all, the Record Shop. Let's hope, there we go. Looks good. All right. So this is the Record Shop homepage. Pretty straightforward. Personally, I don't spend a ton of time here, but you can get all your basic information here. First off, I'm going to go straight to my collection because I think this is the most important part. So let's talk about the concept. D. Lee, I just saw your comment. Is it safe to change your Discord or Twitter usernames for the Disco Fries? Yes, it is safe. I've already captured them. So your name has been locked in. Okay. I did it. We lost internet for no reason at all. Sorry about that, fam. Let me just make sure that we are actually still alive and that I don't need to reset anything. Retry. Okay, look good. All right. Sorry about that. All right, I have to share my screen again. So we are gonna talk digital collectibles. I'm back. Apologies, everyone. My internet just decided to die for no reason. All right, digital collectibles. So when we are thinking about owning something, even in real life, you own a band t-shirt, you own a pin from a band, you own a record that you put on the wall and you never actually listen to that record, which I think a lot of us do. I have unopened records. A lot of it has to do with your fandom and showing off your fandom. So we're really taking that and digitizing that experience. The collectibles we have are a mix. Some of them are music, and it'll have a track on it. Some of them are artist specific. Some of them are like these plus ones. They are artifacts that are part of the Rcrdshp ecosystem with more utility to come. So let's take a look. Maybe I'll pick, I think I did 1981 a different time. So let's pick 6 a.m. This is one of our collectibles in Rcrdshp, and I'm just gonna kind of go over everything that you see here. So first off, we've got the actual card face. We call this a card face. So beautiful art. If you flip over it, it'll show the back of the card. Also beautiful art. I just like seriously can't believe some of the cards that we have. A lot of our cards will have additional card faces. So this one gives a little bit more information about this track. And then I can see that there's actually 3 files attached. Then there are tracks. So there's the original mix, instrumental mix, and the acapella. And if I hit play, it will open my player and I'll start playing. But I won't play it all the way through. We did do a really fun stream actually last week where we did a listening party, and that was a lot of fun. We'll do again. I want to highlight a few things here. So serial numbers. Well, maybe before I talk about serials, I'll talk about minting cards. Minting just means creating. And when we're talking about NFTs, that's the technology that we're building it on. And we've minted, or we've created 1,528 of this particular collectible. And me personally, my serial, I own number 1463. So nobody else owns 1463, just me. So that's very, very important for you to keep in mind. Do serial numbers. You'll start to hear some people really like low serial numbers. Some people really like the perfect serial, which in this case, if it was the perfect one, it would be number 1528. So it'd be just like the highest minted one. So those are just some things to keep in mind. But the serial number inherently doesn't give it more give the collectible more or less value, other than some people just like to have number 1, or they like to have a low serial, or they like to have a high serial. And we've done some fun challenges with serial numbers that I'll get to shortly as well. A few other things I want to show here. So the card faces also show the serial number right there. Sorry, I'm trying not to touch it. And we've got this other number in the corner. It's called a coin. So I can see on this one, there's the little gold coin, and there's 2 coins on this card. So we'll talk more about that when we get to talk about burning and some of the other artifact and capabilities and utility that our website has. But basically, these coins are going to be an in-game currency that, we haven't released a ton of details on what that looks like yet, but coming soon, and I'll tell you how to release that currency. And then the last thing I can see on this card face, other than the really cool art, is this number, or this letter C, which means it's common collectible. And I'm also going to show you what a non-common collectible looks like. There we go. I got Berlin right here. So you can see here it has the letter R instead of C. It's worth 100 coins. So it's worth way more. This was actually part of a reward for one of our challenges. So super cool. Yeah, I will scroll down right now for more information. So here you can kind of get all of the information about this collectible, and its sales and who owns it and all this really good stuff. So I can see that there's 1,000 cards in circulation. And again, that should always match our mint numbers. I can see that 967 are being held, which means it's in someone's actual collection. And then there's 28 that are for sale, and actually the list is right here. And 0 are sealed in packs. If I went back and looked at 6 a.m., I'm sure there would actually be more sealed in packs. That just means that somebody bought a pack, that card is in it, and it hasn't been released or opened from that pack yet. This particular card, the Berlin card, was not put into a pack, which is why there are 0, but almost all the cards that were released into a pack are at least sealed, at least one of them is sealed. Then the last one is burned. So burning, again, we'll talk about it later, but it's releasing those coins. So 5 of these cards have been burned. So of the 1,000 that were initially minted, there's only 995 left in existence, but we'll talk about it in a little bit. So then over here, I can actually see every single one of these cards that are in the marketplace, what price they're going for, and I can also see the serial numbers. So when we're talking about serial numbers and I look at like these two, if I wanted to buy Berlin right now, I personally kind of like having lower serial numbers. I would probably go for this $2.69 and pay an extra $1 for it, especially considering it's just $1. Ooh, and like look at that. I don't know if I'd go $20 for even lower serial, but it depends on the card, right? It depends on if there is a challenge related. And then at the over here, you can see current floor, and floor just means the lowest price. So that's the lowest price available, which we can confirm when we look over here. And then the highest ever sale was for $345. So that gives you a really good overview of what you can expect from your collectibles, just from the like very basics, like how do I read what the heck this is. I do want to come look back at 6 a.m. and I'm curious of the analytics. So yeah, woo, wow. This one has not been released from very many packs. So you can see here, lots of packs are still closed. They haven't been opened. So even though there was 15,000 or 1,500, sorry, only, a little over 400 are actually available and out in the world. Another over 1,000 of them are still sealed in packs, and 5 were burned. Excellent. I think that's all I want to say about these cards. I can see in the comments, Greyhound says number 4 for 1,000 is a steal, and Phileas says 45. Number 45 for $20 more all day long. So it's just like literally, it's just how different minds work. Like to me, I would rather. Like my go-to with this is I just like having a collectible, and it doesn't have to be like I don't care about the serial all that much. If I get lucky and I pull a low one, I'm happy, but that's kind of my own personal philosophy, which y'all don't have to follow. Next up, I'm going to hop over to the set page slowly. Hopefully I don't lose my internet again. There we go. So sets, so cards are combined, not combined, but are grouped together in sets. So I can come in here. I can get actually quite a bit of information from these sets just from this section here. I can see that, I still have this set open. I haven't completed it yet. How many collectibles from the set that I own 3. There's 5 total. Like there's a couple that I've completed. Let me show you. So there we go. This Kaiser Soze, there's 7 collectibles. I have all 7. Just go take a peek. So this set is a closed set, and closed versus open. I'll show you one of the open ones in a moment, but a closed set basically just means Rcrdshp will not be making any more new cards. I'll show you too, maybe a set that isn't, that I haven't fully completed, because you'll see like kind of grayed out those cards there. So this for me, like I had to buy a couple of these so I could finish the set. But I can come here, I can see every single card I own. If I have doubles, it's really easy for me to see which ones they are. So let's go take a look at one that is open and I don't have all collectibles for. There we go, magic. Oh, I think this is the one that 6 a.m. was into. Ooh, this set is closed, but I still have some that are not. So see here, these are kind of grayed out. I can't actually see what's in them. This is all I can see compared to my own when you own it and you can see all that extra great stuff. This is just to give you a good example of the difference. Great. And the last thing I'll show you from my collection page is the packs. Again, just very slow, or I didn't click on it. One or the other. There we go. So a pack, I'll show you how to purchase a pack, but once you've purchased one, you'll find them in here. You'll see both your packs that are still sealed that you haven't opened and explored the contents of, and then there's also the ones that you have opened. So let me click in and show you what it looks like once you open it. You can see all the cards that you purchased in that pack. You can also go straight to the sets for those and complete and decide to go and purchase to finish up your set. When it's still sealed, so I can see this one says sealed. I'm not going to open any today as much as I love opening my packs. I'm saving them for another time that we can do it all together. So here I can choose to open it. I can choose to sell it. And that's pretty much that. So let's go check out drops now and what that looks like. So we just released this awesome thing that I love, the starter pack. We have a ton of these available and it's a really great place. And I hope for some of us who are watching today that this is maybe why you're watching, because you tried a starter pack and you're like, okay, what the hell is this website? So here's the starter pack. Super simple to purchase. I think this is one of the things that I really found interesting as a user of Rcrdshp before I became an employee. I noticed that for an NFT project, the fact that I was able to use my credit card to purchase and I didn't have to worry about buying crypto was really drew me in, really made me feel like Rcrdshp was thinking about its users as music fans and not as like crypto bros. So I really appreciate this and find this to be a really smart move. We also recently released buying with balance for packs, so I'll talk about all of that a little bit later. Next, I do want to talk about challenges. So some of the ways that we're trying to keep it really fun and engaging, and ways to use your collectibles in new ways using a challenge. So having steps to complete. I want to talk about some of the rewards that we've offered because some of them have been so fantastic. And they varied from, with this Todd Terry challenge, we had an exclusive remix of This Is America that is so good that Todd Terry dropped for his winners. Solar Stone and the Berlin challenge over here, both of these were legendary prizes. We haven't been able to do it yet because of COVID, but we'll be flying out the winners to 2 different experiences. For Solar Stone Challenge, the winner will be going to ASOT, which is a state of trance, and get to tag along with Solar Stone for the day. And then for Berlin, that winner, it was supposed to be for New Year's Eve, to go to Berlin and party there with some of our DJs. Unfortunately, that did not happen on New Year's, but he's still pending. And thank you, Nighthawk, for being patient while we figure out what you're allowed to do with that, because we'll get you somewhere. Berlin Part 1, and that's, I think, the only other one. And also the Solar Stone one, those ones have come out with other collectibles similar to Todd Terry. Another great part of the Solar Stone Challenge was that 20 winners, we had done a bit of a serial challenge. So remember the serial numbers on the collectibles? So the lowest combined serials and the highest combined serials were put on a Solar Stone guest list, lifetime access to Solar Stone shows when they're near them. So that was also very awesome. I do also really want to talk about Rcrdshp Studio because this is my baby and one of my favorite things that we've done so far. I'm actually going to click into it and show you the challenge page and talk a little bit about it. So Rcrdshp Studio is this really fun concept where we are taking we're taking artists and we're taking fans and we're letting them come together to collaborate. So it's not to collaborate on creating art. So for this one in particular, Disco Fries and Lana Leon had a track that was like 75% complete. They came on Twitch and our users got to participate in making final decisions on their track. And what that earns them and earns me, because I was actually one of those users, we are getting our name written as a co-producer on that track. So it's so cool. So fun. It was such a great evening. And we're about to do our reveal party. Details coming soon on what that'll look like. So stay tuned for more Rcrdshp Studio challenges. Highly recommend you get into those. And then right now, throughout January, we've just released these BPM challenges. And really, these are similar to flash challenges, just a super quick way to use your collection to do something fun with it. This one that happened this week or is still ongoing, so you still have another almost 2 full days to do it. But it's a secret scavenger hunt. That's the word. So love this one. We made up this really good riddle. We are very good at rhyming here. And once you connect your Discord account and figure out the riddle and put that card in your hand, I'll explain what that means in a moment. It opens a Discord room, and we're going to be giving away some packs to people who come into the room. So definitely check that out. Really easy to figure this one out. Well, maybe not easy to figure out the riddle, but really fun to participate. Give it a go. I think that's it for challenges. Yeah. All right. Next, I want to take you over to my Rcrdshp account, but it has some of my personal information, so I need to open up my, I just want to get my work account open so that you can, I don't care if you see that email. All right. Next up is your profile. So some of the things you can keep an eye out here. You can upload your profile picture, your name, your email address is here, all that good stuff. Now I'm good to actually go back to my other account. Then you can have up your social accounts. Bam. So I'm having some issues today with my internet, clearly. Connect your Discord. You can connect your Twitter. I do really recommend doing that if you're going to participate in any of the challenges. It's pretty much a requirement for all of them. So definitely just do it. It doesn't take long. Also, connecting your Discord gets you some special perks once you complete some of the sets. So check that out. Next, I just want to show you balance and kind of your balance activity, which is a fairly new, this actual activity transaction history is fairly new, which is really fun. I just bought some of these starter packs so I could open them. So I can come in here and see that. How do you get balance? Let's actually go to, I'll do verification and then we can talk about balance. Account verification, I haven't actually gone through this process yet, but part of it is taking a photo of your ID. And this is going to be really important when we are ready to do withdrawals from your account balance. So right now, as you can see, I have about $4,200 when I'm ready to withdraw that. Unfortunately, we don't have withdrawals available quite yet. We do have an explanation in our Discord. But the very first step is completing this verification. So make sure you get that done. I also have to make sure I get that done. All right, but let's talk about balance. How do you get balance? Well, that's from selling things in the marketplace. So let's go take a peek. So we kind of had a brief look at what a card looks like when it was in the marketplace, but I can come here, I can see the lowest floor price. Again, I can come through and look through the serials. I can tell Phileas would go for this lower cereal, pay a couple extra bucks for it, I probably would too, actually. Especially just with the $3 difference. Ooh, number 11. That's too much for me. But so I could come in, I could click buy, and it'll take me to here, which you've already seen. So how do you get balance? So let's say I wanted to sell this Kaiser card. So let's say I thought it was worth $10. Actually, I would probably come look and see what is happening in the market. Okay, I would not put it on for $10. That would be a bad move on my part. I think it would go really quickly. I have a feeling somebody in the comments is going to say, please do it and we'll buy it from you. So maybe I would put it for $100. I'm just going to use an even number just so you can see what we do with commissions and fees. Here we do take a 12.5% commission from the seller. So I can see here that my actual payout would be $87.50. Does that make sense? So that 12.5 commission, a lot of that goes to the actual artist. So really important that you understand why we are taking that commission. It's because we're paying out artists. All right, let me actually show you, because the percentage that we take is different. Ooh, nope, I can't use an open pack. I have to use a sealed pack. So if I wanted to come and sell my starter pack, I just bought it for $9. Let's say I really wanted to go wild and sell it for $100. Our commission is actually different on the packs, and it's 25%, whereas it was 12.5 for the actual collectible. And the reason is that we have more artists in these packs, so to make sure that we're divvying it up more fairly, we are taking a higher percentage. And I do thank you, Phileas. Yes, buyers do not pay any fees on their end, so that is important to know. So you as a seller, you're gonna lose that 25%. So I can see here when I'm selling for 100, it's actually only 75 that is going to be put into my account balance. The next thing I'm going to do, I want to take this out of my hand, and I'll talk about that in a moment. So let's go to analytics. So let's say you do want to start expanding your collection and you don't really know where to start. Analytics is a really good place to come and see kind of what the market's doing. You can tap on any of the headers and it'll sort it there. And you can see the floor price. And remember, we said floor just means the lowest price that's on the market. So, what else do I want to say? Yeah, it kind of gives you a really great overview of what is there. Now, one thing I want to show you, we have a few cards that actually have, let's see if the search is working right now. Not working still. That's okay. I think it's on page 4. We have some cards that have additional utility. So the first one I'll show you is Extraordinary Insight. I'm going to put them all in my hand now. This area down here is called my hand. So imagine it's like a collectibles in your hand. I'm going to get Secret Handshake and Burning. So I need a lighter. L, maybe page 6-ish. And Walkie Talkie and Secret Handshake. One of them's got to be on page 11. Secret Handshake. All on the last page. This will make it easier for me next time. Unless I just can't do alphabet today. Just can't do alphabet today. There we go. All right. So I put all of these cards in my hand because they all have utility. First one I'm going to show you is Extraordinary Insight. So I'm going to go back to analytics. Whoa, I just got so much more data just from having that card in my hand. So having a card in your hand unlocks utility. It also unlocks if I go to my collection and I've made a purchase, I think 6A, that did not work the way I wanted it to. I believe 6 a.m. is one that I purchased. Yes, okay, great. So I can see also sales history. This is not available if you don't have Extraordinary Insights in your hand. So I can see here, I bought it 3 months ago for $4. If I take that out of my hand, the whole page did something wonky. Oh, I touched the If I take it out of my hand, you would not be able to see that anymore. I can see up here that there's the secret handshake feature if you want your account name to be hidden. Yeah, let's go show that now. So you have this channel in Discord that lists every single sale in the marketplace called Get It Real Time. But if you use this secret handshake, if you have this in your hand, you're going to see this little icon appear. You can hold it down.
Top. Never mind.
I'm not going to buy it because I already own one. But as you saw, as soon as those two bars like fully line up, then that sale would come right out of my account balance. And then my name would actually be hidden in the Get It Real Time channel, which I'll show you in a few moments. The other thing I want to show you, if I go back to my collection, I should have showed this one while I was still on that card. All right, something new that just showed up is this little fire lit icon. So remember how I was talking earlier about the coins and releasing the coin value, having the lighter in your hand. There's also a matchbook, and there's a, this is like the Zippo lighter. There's like the plastic like throwaway lighter. This opens up the burning ability, which I'm also not going to burn my card because this is the only one I have. But eventually it would burn and it would literally destroy this card. Like it's gone. Not available to me anymore, but the coins will go to my balance. And I think I might, oh, I have 0 coins in my balance. So that is burning. And then the last thing I want to show you is Walkie Talkie. So to show you Walkie Talkie, I've got to go over to Discord. And that Get It Real Time, there it is, channel that I was talking about. So next in this stream, I'm going to go through some of our official external resources that are outside of the site. So first one I'm going to go through is Discord. So you can come here, you can see sales that are happening in real time. You see their names. Phileas, I see you bought something today. So it just kind of gives you an overview. Let me show you what it looks like when you use Secret Handshake and it hides your name. Here we go. Sold. Masked individual. Ooh, because you are hiding yourself. Same with Secret Handshake. So that'll just hide your name from purchases. One thing this was great for, when we were doing the Berlin challenge, part of that challenge actually involved burning your cards and earning coins. And that was like the big thing of the challenge. So the individual who won the challenge, actually, he destroyed the next like 2 people by like, he almost doubled the number of coins that he had earned compared to them. And he said he came into this channel, went through, looked their names up, saw everything they had purchased and how many coins they could earn if they burned everything. And he just wanted to beat them. And that was for the Berlin New Year's Eve party. So he burned like crazy, destroyed everyone else. And he used this channel to help him and to make strategic decisions. So super cool. Also, I'm going to just say, come check out. When you come here, start at the top. The most important stuff is our announcements. You can see what is Rcrdshp, all of our good stuff here. The support section is also great. I will say with these suggestions, we do for real come in here, check these out, read through the suggestions and make changes based on what you are suggesting to us. So something to keep in mind. I'm going to actually leave this unread so I remember to come back. Support, most of the time we'll ask you to submit a support ticket, but every once in a while we can give you some tips at least there. FAQ. You can come here, get some real quick updates on what's going on. And one of my favorite things, resources from the community. We see some of our users and their passion for Rcrdshp, and we want to thank you all so much. You even see my name here because, as I said early on, I helped with I created the spreadsheet that I'll go through in a little bit as well. We've also got some other really fantastic video content from bunch of our community members, so go check them out. Links are all around here. I will show you OGAF Club in detail in a moment. And then another one of our community members is posting a blog, and he's doing it fairly actively, just with tips on how to use Rcrdshp. So check that out. And then questions for staff. If you have any other questions for us, pop them here. General, super busy, usually buzzing quite a bit. Then there's lots of other channels over here. So try not to get overwhelmed. Pick the ones that seem interesting to you. And that is, I think, all I have to say about that. I'm going to hop over to, I thought I had already opened up Medium. All right, here we go. So, we had a community member who uses Medium as a blog. Rcrdshp also has a blog on Medium. I really recommend subscribing. You can read, we post before every drop, we say what's in the drop. So like, let's come look at the starter pack. And I'm gonna have a quick sip of water. But you can see, we give a little bit of overview, then like very specific pack details. So what is this pack? When does the sale start? Price? What do you expect to have in there? And then like the literal actual cards and what those will look like. So I can see here. So really good. So that is some of what we do. We are working on being better at communicating product updates as well. We have monthly streams with Jonathan Berger, who is our Chief Product Officer. Sorry, we have a lot of chief that start with P's. So Chief Product. So he's committing to share these more with us, which is fantastic. Lots of other updates come through here as well. So keep an eye. Of course, we've got Twitter. Make sure you follow us. Instagram, follow us there too. We also have a Facebook. I didn't bring it up, but I'm sure you know what a Facebook page looks like. And of course, here on Twitch, make sure you hit the follow button so you get notifications when we go live. We've got some really great stuff planned with artists. We've got great stuff planned. Whoop. Don't worry about that. I'm not going there. All right. Yeah, so subscribe to our Twitch. I'm really excited for some of the stuff we're going to be bringing to you soon. I have 2 more unofficial resources that I'm going to take you through. If you do have any other questions, please post them in the chat. Or if you're catching this recording later, hit me up. If I didn't get to your question, I'm happy to answer it. And then maybe to add it to this future stream and just make it part of the stream. So, ogaf.club is a non-Rcrdshp website, but has a lot of really fantastic data to help you make decisions on what you want to buy. And OGAF is a term that we very lovingly use internally. OGAF, also pronounced like that. I don't know how others pronounce it. I pronounce it OGAF. But original is gangsta as fuck, and it's for our members who are just big supporters of Rcrdshp. Completing this set just says, hey, I love what you guys are doing. I want in on more details. And we've been giving special things to OGAF throughout. That Extraordinary Insights card that I showed earlier was a gift to OGAF. That's the only way it's ever been given as a gift to OGAF. We also have OGAFs who are, right now, they're in alpha access of our iOS mobile app. So OGAF gets some cool stuff. We're working on ways to keep you more engaged and to give you more things. So keep an eye on that. And this is actually how this website was initially built, was to keep track of what was the best price to buy for OGAF. It used to be quite expensive. So it's thankfully now at a much more reasonable price and a lot easier to get in. So that was really the catalyst of this website. You can come and check out the history, the price histories. I know that this is a little bit of a slow page to load, so I won't click on it. You can come in and check out any collectible and see kind of what the history on that is. So this is what the graphs look like for OGAF as well. It just is a little bit slow since it loads for 7 cards. So it gives you a really good idea of like if I buy it now, am I buying it at a good price? Well, yeah, because this is the only price it's ever really been at. So it makes me feel a little bit better. And then you can kind of just look through the whole site. I'm not going to go through every single page. Just highly recommend checking it out. It gives you lots of good information. Very last thing I'll show you is the Market Links spreadsheet, which is, again, my baby. This is what got me the job here, I like to say. But it's very similar to that analytics page, but you can get it all at a glance. Also, if you're familiar with Google Sheets, you can actually export this data automatically into your own sheet for tracking your own collections, if that's what you like to do, which is what I like to do because I am a spreadsheet nerd, to put it nicely. I can say it because it's about myself. Wicked. Okay, that is pretty much everything I had for today. If I'm going to go and just take a peek at who else is streaming right now and who we might want to go raid, if there's somebody that you want to go check out. I do see Dead Mouse, which could be fun. And I'm curious who Rolling Stone has on today. Let me see what Dead Mouse looks like. Any other questions, please post in the chat. As I mentioned at the top of the stream, I am really happy for any feedback. If you think I missed something or you'd like to see something different, I am totally happy to do that. All right. So I'll just give it a few moments to see if there are any other questions. And just get our raid ready to go. Anybody? All right. Sweet. Well, I will be back next week, same time, same place for another round of Rcrdshp 101. But I won't be here. I was going to show how to load balance. Load up balance. Sure, I can do that quickly. Without actually loading balance. Let me share my screen again. I do think this one is pretty self-explanatory. Ooh, sorry about that. But again, you just come to your profile under balance. You can top up your credit card using credit card, or you can top up using crypto. So I think this is pretty self-explanatory. I won't take you through the whole thing, but super easy to do. Highly recommend. It does make your experience a little bit nicer, especially I know early days of Rcrdshp when I was buying, some of the issues I had was because of the my credit card was rejecting Rcrdshp after too many times. So really helpful when balance purchasing was available. And I think that is pretty much it. Appreciate everyone's time. Gonna get this raid going, and we will see you next week. Ooh, okay, when we go to Dead Mouse's channel, it's for mature audiences. So, ooh. Hope y'all don't mind. All right, it's always a pleasure, and we'll see you next week.